Hello, this is Rich Langan with the Serrano Fire Safe Council. In this video, we'll be talking with Chrishana Fields, Fire Marshal with the El Dorado Hills Fire Department. She'll be addressing questions related to the potential impact of wildfire on the Serrano community and the associated risk. Our first question is, what are the most common causes of house fires in Serrano? And could they lead to a wildfire?
Good question. So kind of considering a home fire, our importance that we're focusing on is wildfire, but also a home fire could ignite a fire in the open space. So focus on your home fires is also important. So the cause of the fires that we're seeing in El Dorado Hills are a lot cooking fires, whether it's the barbecue grill that's too close to a structure or the actual cooking in your stove within the home. So cooking fires are really one of our highest fires in El Dorado Hills, as well as electrical fires. And then some of your general fire safety, like clearing out your fireplace and your flues and your vents and things like that. So we have some ashes that are put into garbage cans that are close to our homes that haven't been cooled. And again, making sure that our flues and our vents are cleared as well. So again, it's our cooking fires, it's our electrical fires, and then some of our general fire safety, so our ashes and cleaning out our flues.
Does the Serrano community have any specific vulnerabilities to wildfire that residents should be aware of?
The Serrano community is a large community that has open space. So you have production homes, the homes that are built a little bit closer to each other. Then you have some custom homes that may have a little more space between them that are all kind of intermixed between your open space. And then in our border of our area, we do have some vegetation and wildland areas as well. So we have the risk of vegetation fire that can come into our built environment in the Serrano community.
Is it likely the fire could spread from house to house?
That is likely. In general, a fire spreads through three mechanisms, whether it's direct flame, the flames themselves are impinging upon the home, through the radiant heat, that's kind of the heat that you feel when you're standing in front of a fireplace. That radiant heat can ignite a home from the brush fire. And then if there's embers in that open space area, whether you have trees that are igniting in that area, all of those can come into the built environment and ignite a fire at the home. So that would be our risk there.
How could embers from a wildfire ignite an existing Serrano home that has non-combustible siding, fire-rated roofing, and dual-pane windows?
Well, we've learned from our fire history, at least even our recent fires, the ones in January in Palisades down in Southern California, the embers from our fires, our wildfires, travel quite far. And that's really the risk that we have, is those embers that are blowing with the wind toward our homes. We typically have our stucco structures, which provide a level of protection from our homes, but can also deteriorate with extensive fire. So whether the heat stays close to the home or we have embers that are blowing toward the homes, that can deteriorate that stucco siding there. And what's underneath that stucco is typically wood. So we have something that can burn right behind it. In addition to that, with those embers that are blowing, we have areas that are vulnerable, whether we have maybe roof tiles that are missing that the embers can get right into that wood underlayment there, or we have attics or windows that might be open, or any other openings in our home that those embers can enter, gets the fire spread into our homes. Even with our windows closed, typically we have a dual pane window, which kind of slows the heat spread, but you still have that radiant heat, again, that heat that you feel from fire that can go from the outside of the home and can ignite combustibles on the inside of the home, whether they're curtains or things that are burning or can burn closer to the home on the inside.
So as a follow-up to the question about windows, especially dual pane windows, many of the windows that are installed throughout Serrano have vinyl sashes. Is that a point where the entry could occur?
That is a point there, because those windows can kind of shrink from the heat, and then that window falls out, which leaves you an opening for those embers to come into the home. So those are also a risk point.
Are production-built homes more vulnerable than custom homes? And if so, why?
I would say they're pretty much the same. Both homes have to be constructed the same. They're meeting the same laws and regulations, they're constructed the same. The only thing that might be slightly different is our production homes may be closer together. And the closer our homes are together, the more likely you have the chances of a home-to-home ignition. But again, that's really important of having that zone zero, that 0 to 5 foot clearance between your home and having your defensible space around the home.
Chrishana, thank you very much. We really appreciate your time today and educating the Serrano community.